What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. Now, we have another great day under our belt, especially the YouTube picks, guys. We have pretty much cashed 3 YouTube picks in a row, 3-3-mans in a row, pretty much, right? We cashed Shohei Ohtani in this soccer entry right here with these soccer girls to go over. Shohei cashed us last night. This pick hits, I believe, Friday night or Thursday, something like that. So this was a pick that ended up hitting. And then this one was also extremely close. And it kind of depends. Some of you guys might have hit this because some of you guys might have taken it as the discounted play, and some of you guys might have taken Bree Stewart under PRA, because what happened is, long story short, her line bumps at 11.5 and it completely gets wiped off the board. So I did say I also liked her PRA at 30, and she ends up getting like 21 PRA because she only got 9 points. So it kind of depends. This one, if you hit it or not, it doesn't, obviously not everyone's going to have the same slip, just because she did bump off the board before I even upload the video. So I missed the slip, but some of you guys potentially could have hit that with their PRA. On top of that, Casey Schmidt also cashes us, or doesn't cash us, but sets us up for tomorrow with 5 hitter fantasy score. Beautiful call here, guys. I know Colorado, it was a risky play because it was like Colorado gives up a lot of runs. He got a double in this game, but the Giants, they only put up 3 points, and Colorado held them, and Colorado wins the game, guys. So these fantasy scores, freaking soccer, League of Legends, like all this stuff is just clicking so extremely well, guys. Hopefully you guys have been liking the soccer picks, because I know I have. We also tailed, hopefully you guys tailed this one. I cashed this one right here, which was over 212.5 points in this OKC versus Spurs game, guys. If you guys do not know, I'm from San Antonio, so I'm a big Spurs fan, and this was a very, very fun game to watch. And that ending where Devin Vassell dunks with like 4 seconds left is actually the thing that went ahead and cashed us. So definitely a little bit lucky there, but I'm glad to get a little bit of luck back. It's nice to be a little bit lucky sometimes, because I feel like there's a lot of times that we miss by 0.5. This pick right here was also completely free. Okay, so again, free. Freaking this one was free. This one was free. This was also free yesterday, right? This was free. This was completely free on my free winnable. I sent this out before the game started on this discount right here. And then both of these girls obviously go over together. Now, really quick, both of these girls, I do have it pulled up right here, and you'll see that their possession was 56%. They were on this Boston Legacy team, 56%. So if they would only possess the ball like 40% or 45%, then they probably would have went under together, right? I talked about that all yesterday in yesterday's video with Declan Rice and Gabrielle right here, and they both go under together. And the reason why they go under together is because they only had 27% possession in that game, which is absolutely insane stuff. They played 120 minutes, and they still don't even get anywhere close to hitting their pass attempt line right here, which is insane. Now, I do have this pulled up, which was my video on Thursday. It was actually the video where I talk about Declan Rice. You'll see if I go later in the video, I'm talking about this play on the board right here. But what I wanted to show you guys is I talked in this video. This is not from a week ago. This is not from a month ago, a couple weeks ago, whatever. This was me in this video on Thursday. Okay, this was like 2-3 days ago, right? And you'll see our PrizePicks underdog is at 90. And what I talk about in this video, you can go watch it. It's up on my channel, right? May 28th, which is a couple days ago. We were at 90. And our all-time highs that we had gone up so far this year was 117.84, okay? And I told you guys in this video, I said, guys, we're gonna be up at all-time highs in no time. I know it because we have such a good system right now. We've gotten extremely unlucky and earlier in the week with some losses, and we're gonna be at all-time highs. So you need to tail my bets. You need to keep tailing my bets. And all that discrepancy was 27 units. And I go on to explain that in a 36-hour period, we literally go up 32 to 35 units on May 12th. Right? So again, this was not months ago where I'm talking about like the football season. I'm literally talking about May 12th, like 2 weeks ago. We went up and had a 35 unit run in a 36-hour span. And this is what I talk about at the beginning of this video. Again, go watch it if you want to. And I tell you guys that we're going to be up at all-time highs in no time, right? And I said, I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be the next day. I don't know if it's going to be in a week or a couple weeks. I know we're going to be up at all-time highs, and I'm going to have to come on here and tell you guys that I told you so, okay? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just telling you guys right now that when we have bad times, I'm going to be transparent about it. I'm going to show you guys the losses because bad times are going to come. But when we're back at all-time highs, and I call it 3 days ago, and I tell you guys to tell my picks, which credit to everyone because everyone stuck it out, man. You had so many reasons to maybe, not trust me, not tell me, whatever it is, because last Saturday through Tuesday was rough, guys. We really did not win that much, but I told you guys, you got to trust the system. I've been through this type of stuff like 50 times in the past 2.5 years. If you guys do not know, I've tracked everything for the past 2.5 years, and this is the graph that everything has been tracked on. But long story short, if you do not know, you know what I'm building up to here, we're at all-time freaking highs in the VIP so far this year. So the only way we can go up, the only way we can go is up right now, guys. Complete all-time highs. You'll see our previous all-time highs was right here. So this is literally the best shape we have ever been in the entire history of this channel, right? We have never been at a higher unit point than right this very moment, right? So take it in. We're going to go even higher from here. I told you guys we're going to try to get 200 units by the middle of the year, which is going to be July 1st. So July 1st, I'd like to be up 200 units. I'd like this to go up to 200. That means we need an 80 unit month. I'm not going to stretch too hard for it, but obviously I'm going to aim for an 80 unit month. And if there's any month to do it, I would say it's during football season and during something like the World Cup, where we're going to have all of that soccer volume, all right? We're going to have like 4 to 5 soccer games a day. We've been reading soccer extremely well, guys. There's so many things that I love to be betting on right now. And I also looked up the Canadian football is actually starting in the next couple of weeks as well. So I'm going to be sprinkling in some Canadian football too, which is great. But yeah, I mean, that's that, right? I guess, you know, celebrate for the day or whatever, or for you know, the couple of minutes here where we're watching this video. But we got way more work to do, of course. I want this units to go up 500 units by the end of the year. And that was my plan that I set in January, right? I set that as my goal in January to go up 500 units this year. That sounds very out of question if you're like, how are you going to go up 500 units? Well, if you look at 2024, guys, and you look right here, we went up 500 to 600 units. So I think we went up like 560 or something like that in 2024. And then 2025, we went up about 350 units. So all I'm aiming is right in between what we did in 2024 and what we did in 2025. All right. But again, I just thought that was very funny. A couple of days ago, I was literally talking about getting back up to all-time highs and how quickly things can flip, right? Like if you look on Monday and Tuesday, I mean, there are people in the comments that were like, man, you suck, like blah, 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 you know, and that's always going to be there. I don't care. Like, it literally completely falls off my shoulders. But it's just funny because those people are not going to, those people are going to get slaughtered. Yeah, I don't mean not survive. They're going to get slaughtered. They're going to lose all their money long term because they have no idea what they're doing, right? They tailed me for like a day, 2 days. They lost for a day and they jump ship and they're going to go tail some other random person on the internet that they just, you know, find and that's just trying to scam them, right? So, you know, it is what it is. Those people are lost causes. If you're watching this video right now, you guys know that you're the top 1-2% of sports bettors out there. And if you're a beginner sports bettor and you're like, actually, I'm probably not, I'm a beginner sports bettor, I'm going to get you there. I'm going to get you to the top 1-2% of sports bettors because that's what we are. If you tail my bets, if you bet the way I do, you can instantly become that. And that's pretty much just being a profitable bettor, right? 97% of bettors lose long term. So if you can get to that, if you're a winning sports bettor, you're by definition a top 2-3% sports bettor, and you can tell your friends and family that too, right? So first pick of the day is on NOVIG, guys. Now, I did say I'm a Spurs fan, so this one's kind of hard to take. First game of the finals is happening on Wednesday night. Obviously, that's when the first game's happening. But guys, that is a high spread for the Knicks. All right, Knicks have looked very, very good. This kind of does not make too much sense to me at all. I don't know why the Spurs are favored in this game whatsoever. Yeah, this just simply does not make sense. I mean, Knicks plus 4.5, so it's the Knicks have to lose by 5 for this to not miss. I mean, I think the Knicks are a completely different tempo than the Thunder were. They have much more dominant, like, big men and people that can get rebounds and stuff. And Thunder was a lot more of like a shooting type team, and Knicks is just a completely different team. So I think, unfortunately, there is a good chance that the Spurs do lose this game. Yeah, so this is going to be our pick on NOVIG. Again, I don't love doing it because I'm a Spurs fan, but Spurs could still win, right? If Spurs win by 1, then we still cash the century, and that's completely fine, all right? But yeah, I have no idea why the Knicks are such low favorites right now, or like not favorites right now, and the Spurs are such heavy favorites. It doesn't really make sense to me. So let's go ahead and do that on NOVIG. And the second play of the day is going to be on PrizePicks, guys. All right. So we do have 2 players in League of Legends, and then we have a player in the WNBA. Let's go ahead and get the WNBA player out of the way first. So the first pick is going to be Alyssa Thomas to go under 25.5 points and assists. Guys, I really like her PRA as well. Normally when I'm taking her under rebounds, assists, or points, rebounds, or points, assists, or whatever it is, I also probably like her PRA and even under fantasy score. But the reason why I like this is you'll see consistently that her line is normally set at like 24. Maybe actually not that consistently. The last game it was though. But she is playing the one of the toughest defenses in the league. All right, so they're top 5 right here, which is the Lynx. They've been one of the best defenses for a couple of years now, and she just doesn't really consistently hit this line very much, right? You're going to see that some of these games where she's hitting this line, she's shooting very well, right? So these 2 games that she does go over, majority because of her points, where she's getting in the 20s. She's going 9 for 13. She's going 7 for 13. So she's shooting a lot. And then she did shoot 14 last time here. But again, she is I think it should show what percent shooter she is. But you're going to see that a lot of times she's most normally shooting like 9 to 10 shots a game. So shooting 13 to 14 is a little bit high for her. And I think she's going to come back down and shoot in that like 10 to 9 range right here. And I think it's going to be a close one, like all NBA or WNBA props are. They're always close. You always think they're going to be sweat-free, but they never are. They'll just randomly hit the craziest shots you've ever seen in the world. But I do think the fair line for her should be like 24 or even 23.5, okay? So I do really like this as a pick right here in the WNBA. We've done pretty decent in the WNBA. MLB's been crushing it. Soccer's obviously been crushing it. League of Legends always crushes it. WNBA's been nice too. I've been very happy that I'm not betting on the NBA anymore. I kind of made a decision around the start of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. I'm like, man, I'm done betting on NBA props, and I've been the happiest I've ever been to make that decision, honestly. Like, it's so nice to watch these games and just kind of bet on like point totals, or just like simply root for a team and not have to worry about like some random player, just absolutely outperforming everyone, or some random player just completely playing horrible like Chet did or something like that, right? So in League of Legends, guys, if you guys do not know how it works and what League of Legends is and why we're taking League of Legends, guys, is because League of Legends is extremely correlated, just like soccer is. So as I explained soccer, when you have low possession, you're going to have low passes. When you have high possession, you're going to have high passes. And both players are on the same team, so they're going to benefit from having high possession. If the whole team has a lot of possession, both of these players are going to thrive, right? It's like a rising tide raises all boats. In League of Legends, it's the same thing. If you win the game, you're going to get more kills. If you lose the game, you're going to get less kills as a team. That's how League of Legends works. It's like any video game ever, right? If you think about like any video game you've ever played, right? If you've ever played one like Tetris or anything, right? It could be from super late, or it could be the most recent game. If you're playing your friend in a game and you're winning in that game and you're beating them, you're going to have a higher score than them, right? And that's how League of Legends works. You're going to have more kills than them in that game. If you are losing the game, then you're going to have a lower score than them and have less kills, okay? Now, in League of Legends, I always look at Bovada or ThunderPicks odds, okay? Normally when I say, hey, I think this team is going to go 1-1, or I think this team's going to sweep, or I think this team's going to go 0-2 and lose both games, normally that is not coming from me. That is coming from sports books setting the odds for these games. Now you will see that Team Liquid is very favored. They're very favored to win this game. There's nothing wrong with them being favored and taking their unders, but I think these lines are too high, okay? And you can scroll down and you can see the odds for Team Liquid to 3-0 them. It is plus 129, okay? You can also see, which is a little bit interesting, the over 3.5 games is minus 165. Now, if you don't know what these odds means, I would go look that up, somewhere. There's probably another video that's going to explain that easier, but it pretty much means that they're likely to go over 3.5. So in that case, have a game 4 or game 5, which means that Team Liquid sweeping, Team Liquid going 3-0, which would be a sweep, is unlikely. And that is not coming from me, that is coming from Bovada. And when I mean unlikely, I mean it might be a 40% chance, and them going 3-1 or them going 3-2, that is the more likely scenario right there, okay? So I think that these guys are going to go under unless they sweep. So if they go 3-0, then you'll probably see these guys go way over, and you'll see them have high kill totals. But if the 3-game series is 2-1, which it probably is going to be, this is the most likely scenario right here, is a 2-1. Team Liquid wins 2, SR wins 1, right? SR is the team they're playing. Then you're going to see, I think, them go under probably barely, right? This guy might get like 11 and this guy might get like 7. Like, it's going to be close. It's always close. But if you look at the actual lines and you see the times that they've won 2 games, you're going to see a lot of times that they are going under here. This guy's line is just simply too high. And even if they do win all 3 games, so they go ahead and win all maps, you're seeing that they still can go under this line because these lines are just simply too high. These are North American teams. I've said this before. North American teams are very passive, okay? They don't have that many kills in the games. You'll get a lot of passive games where they're just kind of boring to watch, honestly. And then the Asian teams like Korea and China and even Taiwan, they are much better at League of Legends. They have full cultures and schools and honestly like colleges and academies to develop players, and they're much better at the game, making them a lot more confident to take fights. So there's much more, I guess for lack of a better word, bloodier games is sometimes what they're called. So they have more action and there's more kills going on in some of those games, especially games in, like I said, East Asia. So these are the players that I'm taking under. You're going to see, for example, if they lost all of their games, which is very unlikely. I'm just going to put it out there. Very unlikely that they lose all their games. So let's just say they only win 1 game. So they lose most of the games. You're going to see it's very likely that they go under if they only win 1 of the 3 games. Because again, when you're losing that many games, you're not getting that many kills, so you're going to go under, okay? So simple concept, guys. The more you win, the more kills you're going to get. The more you lose, the less kills you're going to get. We are hoping for anything other than a clean sweep by Team Liquid. So as long as they do not go 3-0, I'll be happy, and that is why I'm taking the unders right there, because all the other situations like a 2-1 or a 1-2 or an 0-3 by Team Liquid is going to be in our favor for the unders to hit, okay? So that is going to be that. Guys, if you want to get into my VIP, again, we are at all-time highs, right? This is the best we've ever done. We are at the complete top as far as we have ever gone right now, and we have a lot of work to do to get even further this year, and I'm completely locked in on that goal. So if you want to join the VIP, you can text me NOVIG. You can get in for literally $1 with a $1 deposit. With my code DETECTIVE on NOVIG, it's all caps DETECTIVE, and you can put $1 into that app and send me a screenshot of proof, and I'll get you into the VIP. Really simple. The second thing you can do is also sign up for Bovada. If you do not have a Bovada account yet, it is legal in like every single state. And if you do that, all you're going to have to do is put $25 into Bovada. I have a lock for you, which is going to be in the WNBA. If the play hits, then great. The play is going to hit, and you're going to make money off that play, obviously, that it'll hit on Bovada. If the play misses, this is completely risk-free, so I'll pay you back your $25, okay? So if the play hits, great. If the play misses, then I'm going to pay you back that money if the play misses. So it's completely risk-free to you, and this will be 2 months free of the VIP, okay? So if you have no idea what to do and you just straight up want to get into the VIP, text me Bovada and I'll get you in, or just text me to my number right here and I'll get you in some way, shape, or form. I will also say the first link in the description is going to be a $38 month pass. I am doing this away at midnight tonight, okay? So midnight on Sunday, it's gonna turn to June, and once it turns to June, I'm going to raise this price up to $47, okay? So that is gonna be that, guys. You guys know where to find me. This is gonna be the last day for the deal to get $38 access to the VIP. Again, this is recurring access, so it's gonna be $38 for the rest of time until you cancel, okay? So great stuff there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's keep crushing it, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.